Hello everyone, my name is Anna. Welcome back, my channel Health Fitness 1047. I wish you a good day. Here is the main news. Let's watch now.
1. Mufasa, The Lion King movie review. Mufasa, The Lion King, resonates with Indian audiences through its themes of family separation, heroism, teenage love, and sibling rivalries. Reminiscent of Salim Javed films, the movie incorporates action, plot twists, and musical elements typical of Bollywood. It also carries an anti-colonial message, depicting the struggle of brown lions against invading white lions, symbolizing historical colonization in Africa. The film explores Scar's backstory, evoking some sympathy for his character. Visually, it impresses with lifelike CGI animals that enhance the storytelling experience too. Heretic movie review. Hugh Grant's show all the way. The film opens with two young Mormon missionaries, Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton, discussing sex and porn, creating an impression of a soft porn film. However, the tone shifts when they visit Mr. Reed, played by Hugh Grant, hoping to convert him. Initially, he appears friendly and welcoming, but the atmosphere changes when they discover that the enticing smell of blueberry pie is actually from a candle, and they find themselves unable to leave the house. 3. Greedy People review. Oddball crime comedy that shouldn't work but does. Greedy People is a film reminiscent of the Coen brothers' style, featuring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Himesh Patel, and Lily James. The story unfolds in the small town of Providence, focusing on the misadventures of two police officers, Will, a new recruit with a pregnant wife, and Terry, a seasoned cop who disregards the rules. As the narrative progresses, it becomes unclear whether the film is a murder mystery, a black comedy, or a moral tale about greed. Terry's corrupt behavior, including taking advantage of local cafe owners and engaging in an affair, highlights the film's themes. 4. Venom, The Last Dance movie review. Tom Hardy's show All the Way, Venom, The Last Dance, introduces the supervillain Null, an immortal character known for defeating major heroes like the Silver Surfer, Avengers, and X-Men with ease. He is the creator of the symbiotes and is rumored to be the next major villain in the Marvel Universe, especially with Kang's absence in future films. The setup for Null is hinted at in Thor: Love and Thunder, where Gore the God Butcher wields the all-black The Necrosword, created by Null. Additionally, a post-credits scene in Spider-Man: No Way Home features a glimpse of Black Symbiote, suggesting a potential collaboration between Marvel and Sony to integrate Venom into the MCU. The film is directed by Kelly Marcel. 5. Joker, Folie à Deux movie review. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga rock. Arthur Fleck, portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix, struggles with a split personality, embodying the Joker, a comedian with deadly humor. In the sequel, he faces trial for his previous crimes, while his lawyer, Marianne Stewart, attempts to argue that he shouldn't be held accountable for the Joker's actions. However, Fleck chooses to represent himself, much to the delight of the attention-seeking defense attorney, Harvey Dent. During his time in jail, he meets Harleen Lee Quinzel, played by Lady Gaga, who is drawn to him as her alter ego, Harley Quinn. Through their connection, Fleck begins to explore his identity as a performer, envisioning himself as a singing and dancing sensation rather than just a comedian. 6. Transformers 1 movie review. Buddy movie with eye-catching animation directed by Josh Cooley. Transformers 1 is the franchise's first theatrical animated feature since 1986's The Transformers, the movie. The film features a notable voice cast, including Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime and Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron, and explores the origins and early relationships of these iconic characters. The story follows Orion Pax, a minor robot on Cybertron, who sneaks into an archive and learns about the planet's creation. After an energon explosion traps his friend Jazz, Elita 1 is unjustly blamed and fired. Sentinel Prime then invites everyone to the Iacone 5000 race, where Orion and his friend D16 aim to prove themselves. 7. Alien, Romulus Movie Review, Survivor Saga with plenty of thrills, Alien. Romulus captures the essence of Ridley Scott's 1979 classic, focusing on a heroine, Rain, a young contract worker in a bleak outer space mining colony. Alongside her android companion Andy, she dreams of escaping their harsh life. Their chance comes when they discover a deserted space station, but upon arrival, they face a deadly threat from numerous facehuggers. Directed by Fede Alvarez, the film evokes the claustrophobic tension and atmospheric dread of the original, presenting a haunted house scenario set in space. 8. It Ends With Us Movie Review, emotional drama with a message against abuse. It Ends With Us, directed by Justin Baldoni and based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, centers on Lily Bloom, Blake Lively, as she confronts the complexities of an abusive relationship with her husband, Ryle Kincaid. The film poses challenging questions about domestic violence, particularly through a pivotal moment where Lily reflects on her daughter's experience with her boyfriend. Lively's performance is highlighted as warm and engaging, effectively grounding the film and adding emotional depth as she navigates the aftermath of her father's death and the intricacies of her relationship. The film's themes resonate with audiences, especially those familiar with the novel's popularity on platforms like BookTok 9. Fly Me to the Moon Movie Review, Scarlett Johansson sparkles and how. In the midst of the 1960s space race, Cole Davis, Channing Tatum, NASA's head of the Apollo 11 launch, and Kelly Jones, Scarlett Johansson, a marketing expert tasked with improving NASA's image, find themselves working together. Kelly is also involved with a mysterious government agent, Mo Burkus, Woody Harrelson, who pressures her to create fake moon landing footage. Their initial meeting in a Cocoa Beach diner is charming, but their chemistry falters as Cole is focused on the mission and haunted by a past tragedy, while Kelly is more interested in her PR role. Tatum's performance struggles with the underdeveloped character, while Johansson enjoys her role as a corporate manipulator. 10. The Exorcism Movie Review. The Exorcism follows Tony Miller, an out-of-work actor played by Russell Crowe, who struggles with alcoholism and drug abuse but gets a chance at stardom by landing a lead role in a horror film titled The Georgetown Project. A nod to The Exorcist. The film's plot mirrors the classic, featuring a priest facing a crisis of faith while attempting to exorcise a demon from a teenage girl. The production is marked by urban legends of paranormal activity, and the narrative hints at Miller's traumatic past involving abuse by a priest, making his role particularly challenging for him. 11. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim Movie Review, Artistic. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim is an animated film that aims to expand Tolkien's universe but struggles with its narrative. Set 183 years before the events of the original trilogy, it follows Helm Hammerhand, a king of Rohan, and his conflict with Freka, a Dunlending lord. Freka seeks to marry his son Wulf to Helm's daughter, Hera, who is uninterested. After Helm accidentally kills Freka, Wulf seeks revenge, leading to a siege and significant bloodshed. Unlike the traditional damsel, Hera actively fights against her fate. The film features impressive animation but is hindered by its storytelling flaws. 12. Moana 2 Movie Review. A visual spectacle. Moana 2 is a commendable sequel but ultimately feels like a missed opportunity. While the voice performances, particularly by Auli'i Cravalho and Dwayne Johnson, are impressive, The film fails to recapture the magic and originality of the first Moana. The original film combined Polynesian mythology with vibrant animation, a strong female-led, and memorable songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda, creating a dynamic story of self-discovery. In contrast, the sequel presents a plot that feels disjointed, focusing on Moana's quest to lift a curse and confront the god Nalo, but lacking the emotional depth and stakes of its predecessor. 13. Gladiator 2 Movie Review. A visual triumph. The text criticizes the casting choice of Swedish actor Alexander Karim as Ravi, a healer from Varanasi, instead of an Indian actor. It also points out that Gladiator 2 closely mirrors the original film, with similar main events and an identical ending. The plot follows Lucius, the illegitimate son of Maximus, who is captured by the Roman army after his home is invaded, paralleling themes from the first film. 14. The Wild Robot Movie Review. Triumph of Art and Heart. The Wild Robot, narrated by Lupita Nyong'o as Roz and Pedro Pascal as Fink, tells the story of a service robot shipwrecked on an uninhabited island. This adaptation of Peter Brown's children's book explores themes of warmth, compassion, and the challenges of parenthood. Roz, embodying perseverance and kindness, transcends her programming to care for an orphaned gosling named Brightbill, creating a heartfelt and humorous bond. The film is visually stunning, featuring hand-painted backgrounds that enhance its emotional depth and artistic appeal. 15. Never Let Go Movie Review. Good performances elevate this mixed genre film. Never Let Go, directed by Alexander Asia, is a tense film featuring Halle Berry as a protective mother in a secluded cabin, striving to shield her sons, Samuel and Nolan, from unseen threats. The young actors, Percy Daggs IV and Anthony B. Jenkins, effectively portray their characters' growing skepticism towards their mother's increasingly paranoid behavior. The film creates a haunting atmosphere, with the dark woods serving as a character that enhances the sense of claustrophobia and dread. The family's physical and emotional ties, symbolized by ropes, reflect both their bond and the fear that unites them. Aja's visually striking direction and strong cinematography highlight the oppressive beauty of the forest, particularly in the film's early scenes. 16. Harold and the Purple Crayon Review. Strong message, little imagination. The text discusses the power of imagination represented by a crayon, as illustrated in Crockett Johnson's book, Harold and the Purple Crayon. The new live-action film serves as a sequel, featuring Harold, played by Zachary Levi, as a grown man who uses the crayon to explore the real world in search of his creator. The narrative aims to convey universal wisdom, similar to other animated films like Inside Out, Soul, and the Toy Story franchise, striving to deliver a deeper meaning through the motif of the magical crayon. 17. Borderlands Movie Review. Watch it just for Cate Blanchett. The Borderlands games are first-person loot shooters with RPG elements, set in an open world where players seek vaults on the planet Pandora. Likened to opening a Pandora's box, the film adaptation, Borderlands, takes place on Pandora, now inhabited by violent marauders. It follows Lilith, Cate Blanchett, who returns to the planet to help a wealthy man named Atlas, Edgar Ramirez, find his daughter, Tiny Tina, Ariana Greenblatt. Lilith is joined by a diverse group, including the robot Claptrap, voiced by Jack Black, xenoarchaeologist Patricia Tanis, Jamie Lee Curtis, mute warrior Krieg, Florian Munteanu, and Roland, Kevin Hart. 18. Deadpool and Wolverine Movie Review. Reynolds and Jackman's Dream Team shines. Recent Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) films have delved into the multiverse concept, particularly through productions like Loki and Spider-Man: No Way Home, which introduced alternate versions of superheroes. Despite Wolverine's death in Logan, the Time Variance Authority (TVA) in Loki allows for his potential return. Both Wolverine and Deadpool originate from the Weapon X project, with Wolverine receiving an adamantium skeleton and Deadpool acquiring Wolverine's healing factor while battling cancer. Ryan Reynolds first played Deadpool in the criticized X-Men Origins Wolverine 2009, which led him to advocate for a standalone Deadpool series, a role he has embraced with humor. In Deadpool 2, he humorously uses time travel to rectify the mistakes of the earlier film. 19. A Quiet Place, Day 1 movie review. The text discusses a neighborhood cat named Frodo that is unusually quiet, contrasting with the noise-sensitive alien monsters in the A Quiet Place franchise. The author humorously questions how Frodo knows to remain silent, suggesting it might be a mute cat, or even a super cat that acts heroically by avoiding danger and uniting its human companions. The piece also praises the original A Quiet Place film, directed by John Krasinski, for its effective atmosphere and suspense, despite the monsters being rarely seen. 20. Inside Out 2 movie review. Inside Out 2, directed by Kelsey Mann in his debut, offers a fresh take on the coming-of-age genre by revisiting Riley, now a teenager balancing her identity while excelling in ice hockey and academics. The film's emotional center remains Joy, voiced by Amy Poehler, who continues to prioritize positive emotions. However, this balance is humorously disrupted when the puberty button activates, introducing new emotions: anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, voiced by Maya Hawke, Ao Adebiri, Paul Walter Hauser, and Adele Exarchopoulos respectively. These new characters provide comedic relief and symbolize the emotional turmoil of adolescence.